Okay, everybody, welcome to the Monday night call. This is such a special call because our Qs are home from Q school, and they have so much to report. They have been talking all week. I'm going to tell you, at a different level of awareness, and they are about.
Ooh, looking good. He'll be right back. They went to get the dog.
Well, that's lovely. I've got everybody who's supposed to be muted out. I don't know who that was, but that's okay. So in any case, the Qs are back. We're going to go right into it tonight. But please, at the end, when the Qs are done, do not get off the call because I have got two announcements I guarantee you will blow your hair back. All right? So tonight, we're going to start with Jana Stephenson. Jana was one of our Qs coming back from Q school. She's got so much to report. And so I asked Jana to go first. Jana, please, you're already unmuted. Talk to us about your Q school experience, the impact it had on you, and the direction you're moving in.
All right. Thank you, Terry. Oh, I am so excited. I wish every one of y'all could have been there with us. And it was really fun being there with Steph and Jen and Cassie. That just made it just cherry on the top better. But I tell you what, for me, it was so good to get out of my little bubble here in Lubbock. It's, you get out of your bubble and you realize that there are some remarkable people out there. And that is one thing that made an impression. I know it made an impression on all of us, all four of us, because we talked about it so much, but that was the relationships that we made while we were given this opportunity. I know that one of the first people that and actually all three of us met her together. Listen to this. She is a mom of 9. She actually gave birth to 9 children and takes care of them. She homeschools them, and she has built a Q in 2 years. So that was one example of just this remarkable woman that we met doing some incredible things. Another person, a friend of mine that we met, she actually lives in Uganda. She has built her business from there, primarily doing Zoom calls, and which means, she may be up at 4 a.m. in the morning. But from Uganda, she's doing this. I met another girl who she was a young mom of 3 little kids, and she goes out on harvest with her husband. They do this together. They go from state to state. They drive these big machines, they call them cutters, kind of look like big combines. And she does her business out doing this, as she's on harvest. And so it just, first of all, it inspired me. And it made me, I came away from it thinking, I've got no excuses. You figure out a way to do it. And you just do it with a great attitude, and then not everybody builds that fast. There are people that it takes longer, but that was the beauty of it. It's just all walks of people, all of these inspiring stories, and it was neat to be in the midst of people with like-minded goals. So that was great. Another thing that really impressed me, it was so evident that the Juice Plus company has our best interest at heart. And I saw that, you see that from conference, from the stage a lot, but we really experienced it firsthand. And sometimes it seems like the decisions that they make, we don't really understand, but that we were able to see that whether they are making decisions that protect our brand, which ultimately protects us, or if they're making decisions to change products here and there to better suit our customer, it was so evident that great care and concern and great thought was put into every single decision that they made. And one example that really kind of drove that home for me was when we got to go to corporate, and we actually got to meet all of these wonderful people that take care of us in customer care. And so they run about 80 people, 80 employees that will actually answer the phone and talk to you or talk to our customers. And I did not realize this, but they field on average 3,000 calls per day. And so on qualifiers day,
Wow.
it is more an average of about 4,300 calls per day. And so I thought, I don't know any other company. I mean, I had to call my credit card company just the other day, and it took an act of Congress to talk to a person. But corporate has made that commitment to us that when we call, we're going to get to talk to somebody. It's not just a machine. And so that made a huge impact on me. Everything they do well. And so whether it is from product research that they're looking at to our commercial tower farms, whatever they do, the Juice Plus company does it with excellence. And I was floored by that. So for me, and I don't want to steal, we kind of, divided out what we're going to talk to, so I don't want to steal anybody else's thunder. So I'll kind of quit with that. But for me, Q School was an incredible experience. They spoiled us rotten, and that was special, and that was fun. I mean, that corporate knew our names, and that was neat. But when I experienced firsthand the quality of people at corporate, who by the way, say over and over and over, we work for y'all. It blew my mind. But when I experienced the quality of people at corporate, the stability of our company, and the way that they are constantly trying to improve and adapt in innovative ways, and then the excellence at which they do that, I came away so proud. I mean, this is the real deal, you guys. This is the real deal. And we are so blessed. And so we work with an amazing company who has an amazing heart. And I just came away so thankful for this opportunity. I came away thankful for David's prodding and his encouragement to say yes to P for Q, because saying yes to P for Q for me equipped my husband and I to make it to Q and to get to go to Q School. And then going to Q School helped equip me with next level thinking. And it equipped me with next level skills and the belief that I needed to do this, to move on to NMD. So I guess my message to you guys is whatever you do, say yes. Say yes to this opportunity. Say yes when your upline is trying to stretch you and grow you and get you out of your comfort zone. Say yes to being uncomfortable, because it is so worth it, and the sky's the limit. So say yes.
Say yes. Jana, I'm so glad you said yes, and thank you for bringing up P for Q, because we're going to talk about P for Q at the end of the call. And I know that you are on fire. I can feel it. I can taste it. Good job, girl. All right, next we're going to hear from Jen Grubb, who had a similar and yet totally different Q experience. Are you there, Jen?
I'm here. What's so funny is that we are all very different, and we learned that the first night. I know Steph's going to touch on that, but it was fascinating to see how the company kind of rolled this all into one, and we started off the experience with learning more and reflecting on ourselves. But what I loved even more is that it led me to reflect on myself. But a lot of us who were at the January summit, Rory Vaden was there this last January, Take the Stairs, right? Well, we were fortunate. Our Q School group was only 40 people. They're doing it every year now as opposed to every other year. So it's one of the smaller groups. So we were in this room together for basically, 3 days, 48 hours or however long we were there. But we spent a lot of time together. And Jana's right. I mean, the relationships in this company, it just builds your belief that much more. Conference does that as well, but then those one-on-one conversations, and we got to know other people just on a more personal level. They're real people. They are not some CEO in a company sitting up somewhere that you wish you could just have 5 minutes with. And they're not just even, I was a teacher, not a principal, that, honestly doesn't always have a lot of time for all, their teachers. And nothing against, CEOs and principals, but I just know that feeling I left there that, you know, I am valued and I am important. So I love that. But it ended with Rory Vaden. Let me go back to that. And I found that I'm a red. Okay, if you have any idea of what that means, but I'm a red. I'm very direct. I'm very to the point. I like to get it done. I like to get it right. But I'm a get it done girl. And what I loved about him was that he just really drove it home that in your head that this business is going to be hard, but it has a simple system. I mean, if you stay the course, if you trust the process, if you can reflect on yourself, and reminded me that it's not always going to be easy. I think we get into this business sometimes and think that it is going to be easy, and we hit bumps in the road, and then we tend to kind of retreat, or we get frustrated, or we get discouraged, or maybe even some of you even quit for you know, time again. I don't even know. I don't know everyone's story, but I know for me, in the 3 years that I've been doing this business, even though I'm a get it done type of person, I definitely have those moments in my head of, can I be there? Can I be, you know, 100 club? Is NMD going to happen? You know, those doubts, nagness, right, Terry, starts creeping in. And what Rory Vaden, he stood up there and said, you know, do the hard stuff, because the successful people get up every day and they take the stairs, right? They do the hard stuff. They don't take the easy way out. They make those phone calls. They plan events. They go to events. They show up. And at the end of the day, those people are the people that are successful. So it reminded me that, you know what? I do the hard work. I need to just do more of it. I do. I reflected on myself because I am a get it done person. I learned that, but I need to do more of that. And I need to be, when I'm speaking to my team and when I'm speaking to all of you, you know, I want you guys to understand that it won't be easy and it might be uncomfortable, like Jana said, but it will be worth it, because that's what successful people do in this business. And so listening to him kind of really wrapped it all into one for me. And it was almost, and I could hear Terry in my head about what's the first law of learning? Awareness, repetition. I'm telling you, it's so true, because I was sitting there going, Rory Vaden, this is the second time I've heard him. And it was the same speech. It really was. It was the same jokes. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that one before. But I left there going, oh gosh, I heard it was just different. It was the repetition that made a difference for me. So do the hard work, stay the course. It's not always going to be easy, but I tell you what, getting to Q school was so very worth it. So that's my 2 cents, Terry. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And you're so right, Jen. I mean, you've heard Rory Vaden twice now. You're a different person than you were when you heard him a year ago. And I'm so excited for you. I mean, can you guys tell that these girls are like on fire? They're passionate. All right, let me tell you, Cassie Beaird's on fire. Are you there, Cassie? You're going to have to unmute yourself, honey. There you go.
Yes.
All right, what I want to know, Cassie, is, okay, all of these things that you've experienced, the testing, the relationships, the camaraderie, the trainings, the 2.5 days of unbelievable activity, what are you bringing home? How is that going to affect your DMO?
There's a lot leading up to the changes that are happening and the decisions that have been made over the last, 2 years that I've been doing this business. And early on, before I start, when I made senior sales coordinator was the day I said, okay, I need leadership skills. I need something that's going to take me into the next level of this business. And I'm a school teacher. I'm not a business person. And that was the belief that was rolling around in my head over and over and over again. And so when you go and you have the opportunity to go to Q school or any opportunity, if it has Juice Plus written on any of it, like if there's any type of opportunity, there's going to be some sort of self-growth. There's going to be growth. There's going to be self-awareness. There's going to be self-reflection, and they are pouring into you every second of that time that you have together. And this was just another opportunity for that. I mean, I left there completely honored, blessed, like I was overflowing with gratitude for them taking the time to make me a better me. And so in that, the how I'm going to integrate this is it gave me a quick kick in the tush as to this became real for me. This became one of those moments that I realized, when you go to conference, if you've ever been to conference, if you've never been to conference, you've got to go to conference. But sometimes when you see these people on the big stage and the lights and all the glam and all of that stuff, you think there's still, to me, there's still a little bit of a separation. And I got to sit in a room with 40 women that would one day be on that stage and learn they're just like me. And then I got to sit in a room with corporate people and realize, you know what? They're just like me too. And they're doing everything they can to make this as stable and secure of a business for me as possible. So now, in saying all that, how am I going to integrate it? I've got my boots on the ground and I feel more secure and more confident in not only this business, but this mission that I ever have before. So I've got to trust it. I've got to say yes to it every day. I've got to choose this every day. And I was already doing that. And Jen kind of brought this up a while ago. There are days that are going to be hard. There are going to be days that we get 100 no's. But that's 100 people I planted a seed with. And because I'm confident in me now, because there's so much self-awareness of who I am and who this company, they're pouring into me and making me a better me. I'm confident in me, but I'm also confident in the company that I represent, and the company is there for me, and they're here to serve me and make this as easy in the field as possible. And so in doing that, in knowing that those no's aren't as hard to take, and knowing who I am and what I stand for, and that I'm not budging, those no's, that just makes me that much more willing, I guess you can say, to make those no's yeses. And so implementation, I know I keep bringing this up, but it's just for me to do better the next day. Like if I reach out to this many people today, tomorrow I'm going to reach out to many more people. And the next day I want to do more. And to be honest, if you want to get real personal, we need some major team growth for me personally, but I'm not scared of it anymore. I'm not scared of the everyday struggles that may come along. Is that I know that I have a support system here to not only teach me and take me to that next level, but they're here to support me when I'm not feeling so great about it. Does that make sense?
Perfect.
So,
Terry, can I add something real fast?
Sure, go ahead, babe.
Cassie got hit so hard. She was so inspired. She started recruiting people at corporate. No, I'm not kidding. She's like, I think I got someone interested. I think I got a new team member. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it.
I recruited 2 people from the Boys and Girls Club that were there serving us from the Tower Garden. They're from Memphis, and they want to join my team. Anyways, so you never know. You just keep your eyes and ears open. But here's the deal, is that never in a million years would I think that someone would want to pour into me as much as this company pours into me and want to serve me. And that's just the heart of what we do. So, they say, I've heard this say, do this afraid, get uncomfortable, make those phone calls. That's one for me. I'm going to make a lot of phone calls in the next few months trying to get to NMD by Phoenix. And the only, when you don't ask people, and I've heard this before, I heard this in NMD say this at my first conference in Nashville, and she said, by not asking people, you've already answered the question for them. That answer is no. And so all you can do is ask. So I just keep stressing to you guys, whether it be P for Q, which is prep for Q school, or Q school, or conference, or these little small gatherings you have in your town, you need to be plugging in. So that's it. I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is Cassie Fearless Beaird. Thank you,
Yes.
Cassie. Her antenna is like so high up. I'm going to quote Tupac here. This girl's got her head up. Keep your head up, girl. She's doing it. All right. Now we're taking it up here, up into the corner. Steph Fletch, welcome home, girl. What was your experience?
Sorry, I just keep hearing something in the door here. First of all, yes, Cassie said we had a lot of women, but we also had one guy there. So all you guys, I see Dave and Andrew and all these guys that are on here, we did have a guy there. And so props to you guys for being here because there was guys at Q. Okay, so y'all represented. But my experience actually started before I ever got to Q, because for those of you who don't know, I actually made Q right at the end there. So August 3rd, on qualifiers day, I actually qualified to become a Q, and I had no clue they were going to extend grace to me and actually invite me to come along 10 days later. Literally, I mean, I think I got like a flight. Well, we had all these plans to go to Dallas, and my kids were coming. We had a little mini vacation, and my kids were so looking forward to it. And my daughter, Sophia, she's 12. And her response was, because I was like, oh no, how am I going to tell my kids? Because they're going to be so disappointed. And she said, Mom, you made Q. That is so much more important than Dallas. And I was like, what? And I was shocked by her response. But what it taught me before ever getting to Q is this is such a family business. And the fact that sometimes I battle with the balance because I work from home, and so I'm on my phone a lot, and my kids see that, and they're always asking me to do stuff, and they're like, why are you on Voxer all the time? But the thing is that I learned that I also communicate what I'm doing with them. I communicate with my husband, I communicate with my kids, that this is a team effort. And that when I made Q, we all made Q, right? And so it was a really huge impact to me that my kids they're really a part of it, and they have to sacrifice some things, and they'll also get rewarded whenever I get that bonus check in too. We're going to go do something fun because we all got there together. And so I just want to encourage you guys in that, because I think sometimes we kind of battle with this balance of, are we taken away from another job, or taken away from our kids, or taken away from our spouses, or whatever you think you might be balancing with doing this job. But the fact is that you do life, and you get to take Juice Plus with you, right? It's just part of you. So the very first night we got there, first of all, especially you guys, we actually got on the bus, and this guy gets on the bus, and we're like, hey, welcome to Key School. And he's like, wow, y'all, he was on the wrong bus. This poor guy had no idea where he landed. There's all these women like cheering on him, and he's just so excited, and he's not even on the right bus. But that night we get to the hotel, we have a little cocktail hour, and we get fed some unbelievable food and some cocktails. There's an open bar, and then they shift us into this room at this hotel that we're staying at. We get to go to our room for about an hour, and y'all, we get there. I have a king-size bed to myself. I almost passed out. I mean, that was it. I was like, well, I've arrived. I have a king-size bed to myself. That's all I need, really. So I had to go downstairs, though, and be part of Q School. And when I got there, we had the results back for our discovery. It's called Discover Yourself, I think is what it's called. And I had just taken it, right, several days earlier, and it was 25 questions. And I'm sitting there thinking, what can they really learn from me with 25 questions? And y'all, I have taken like every personality test there is. When we moved to Lima, Peru, we took like 20 personality tests. And so I was thinking, oh my goodness, I don't want to take one more of these. It was only 25 questions, so it's not bad. It was the most accurate test. I mean, Jana and Cassie and Jen, I know y'all can shake your heads because we were reading it like, oh, there is a mole in my house, like something is wrong. There is no way they can get this much true information on me. I was getting a little scared. So then we proceed to put a paper on our backs. I'm not going to show this to you guys yet. So we put a paper on our back, right? And we've talked to the people from our table, and then we're there with obviously a few people that we know. And we have to go around, and you have to talk to somebody for just a couple minutes. So first impressions, right? And they have to put a sticker on your back. So there's 4 colors. Let me see if I can remember. There's red, which is get it done, okay? There is blue, which is more analytical numbers people. There is green, that is caring and encouraging and peace. And then there is yellow, which is fun and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, I mean, can you guys guess what my 2 highest colors probably are, right? I am like, let's have fun and let's get it done. Okay. So in that order, you guys, no one thought it was fun in the whole room. Not one. I was like, numbers. I don't know anything about numbers. Okay. But this was this was truth right here. I looked at it and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Not one person thought I was fun in this room. Okay. I don't like any of you. No, I'm just kidding. But it was 2 minutes. So they really didn't get to know me per se. But it was a huge testament to how we think we perceive ourselves versus how others perceive us, right? And then it turned into, how do you utilize that in your business? When you're talking to an analytical numbers person, are you like, hey, what's up? I'm so glad you're here. This is so fun. No. Okay, you're like, hey, let me show you the reports where they're at. Okay, on mission driven model. And that like makes me like my armpits sweat. But you know, you got to meet people where they're at. And so within our teams, right, you draw from one another and where we're all at, and you draw from each other's teammates, your sideline buddies, your upline, your downline, whatever. And so this is a huge thing for me, just to have that test, and the company that paid for the test and took the time to bring in the people to actually uncover what we were all about. And I'll go quick because I know we're about out of time, but the distribution center was awesome to find out that not only these people have our backs, but they actually love their job. In the distribution center, people that put labels on the boxes, the average tenure is 18 years to stand there and put labels because they love their job so much. The manager cooks them lunch every Wednesday. I mean, y'all, I was like, because I'm like, I want to know the details behind the scenes, right? I always wanted to be FBI, but that didn't happen for me. And so I like to kind of really, I want to know, really, do you love your job? And they were like, oh, yes, we love our job. So it was just amazing. I could go on and on, but Terry's going to kill me. So go ahead, Carrie. Carry on.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, welcome back. And what excites me is that, you know, a year from now, we could be looking at 4 new NMDs to team up. And the future, the leadership of our team and our company is looking good. All right, now don't jump off the call. You heard about P4Q from Jana and everybody. David Beavers, we're going to be meeting tomorrow morning with the P4Q committee, but we have decided that we're going to move forward with P4Q for another year. We are going to expand it. It's going to be bigger. I don't have all the details, but we are going to be including self-qualified sales coordinators. Woo! Because like Jana said, it's all about next level thinking, next level skills, and understanding the opportunity. And that's what we saw with a smaller group for P4Q. So we're going to move forward. We'll have more details in the next couple days, the next week or so, about our P4Q program and what that's going to look like, but we are moving forward. Next piece of information, the national conference, Indianapolis, October 19th through the 21st. It's about vision. It's about the dream. I want to talk to you very quickly about our team luncheon, which I believe is always the highlight of the conference. This year, we're going to be moving it towards a small Italian restaurant, 4 blocks from the convention center. All right, it's going to be great food, and it's going to be the same kind of awards and recognition and entertainment that you've gotten used to. But guys, we are adding a little more sizzle to the luncheon. We are upping the game in a big way. This year at our luncheon, we are going to have a cash raffle. I am talking the kind of cash payout that will blow your hair back. At this point in time, the payout for the raffle is up to about $3,600. That's a big wow, $3,600, and that pool is growing, all right? So how are you going to get your name into that drawing? Well, number one, just for showing up, okay? Reps who have seats in the seats, you will automatically have a chance at the raffle. If you are a brand new, first-time conference experience rep, your name will go in 5 times to the raffle. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, these details will be ironed out, okay? So first, seats in the seats, just by attending. First-time conference attendees, their names are going to go in 5 times. For every month, okay, that you have been qualified since the last conference, your name will go in for each month that you have been qualified, all right? When you get 5 trio orders in the month of August, okay, 5 trio orders in the month of September, your name will go in 1 time for each of those months. And guys, it's only what, the 21st? You've got 10 days to go get, everybody can participate, all right? And here's the deal. We're going to be drawing names. Somebody could win, obviously, multiple times, okay? There will be more opportunities that are going to unfold on a weekly basis. So this week, because we're launching this, at the end of the call tonight, Nicole Fletcher is going to be putting up some information on all of the team pages. But listen to this. If you book your flight to Indianapolis and get your conference ticket this week, in the next 7 days, and post it to your team's Facebook page, your name will go into that pool 5 times. Can you see the opportunity that everybody is going to have? And we're going to keep offering opportunities in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to tell you right now, get off the call tonight, book your flight, post it on your team page, and the contest is for everybody from brand new dealers up to QNMDs. You cute girls can participate in this, all right? All right, so let's go get those flights. Let's go have some fun. We are going to be amping it up. We're adding some sizzle to Indianapolis. We're going to be asking for selfie videos. We're going to have a good time. More details to come. Everybody's dancing. Look at everybody's getting excited. So say yes. Say yes to Indianapolis. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. All right, guys, thanks so much. Peace and blessings. Peace out.